Hello there, welcome. This is Lodestone Lunch. I'm Lyndon Thorpe. I'm an embodiment mentor, and I'm here today to talk to you about embodiment. It's the big topic. So while we're waiting for people to arrive, I'm going to just pop over and go live to LinkedIn. Just 1 second. Oh, not. Ah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't able to go live to LinkedIn today. But we'll be doing that in the future. But I will go live on YouTube instead, so the YouTubers can really catch this, hopefully. Anyway, to get started, yes, I'm here every Monday. I really want to help coaches and educators because I really believe there's a bit of a crisis going on at the moment with lots of burnout and lots of negative syndromes that all come from the mind. Okay. And I want to start off today's session by telling you that if you live in your mind only, then you're going to be very unstable. It stands to reason. The mind is a very wonderful tool. I'm not I don't have an issue with that as a tool. It's very helpful. It's intellectual. We need it in the visual world. Everything is geared towards using the mind, especially on the internet. How many mind strategies do you see every day? 10 ways to do this, shift your mindset this way, 15 free recipes, for doing that. So basically, people are obsessed with the mind, and of course, this has been going on for a long time. But actually, the mind is hardly anything compared with the heart. Yeah, the heart puts out electromagnetic vibrations 60% stronger, 60 times stronger than the brain. By comparison, brain waves and heart waves, they just don't compare at all. And yet we invest everything in the mind. So this has become a habit, and it is absolutely the reason for burnout, that the mind cannot cope on its own. It works wonderfully if are two aspects of being a human being, which are the spirit and the body. But if you don't have those involved in your business decisions or in your general way of living, then eventually the mind will give up, it will collapse. This is what nervous breakdown is. This is when people get mental illness. Very often it's because they live entirely in their mind. The mind is wonderful, but it really is like a firework display. That's how I think of it. If you watch a wonderful firework display, it's brilliant for seconds, and then it disappears. And thoughts are like that. How often have you thought something and then forgotten it? Analysis is great. The mind is a great analyzer. It's a superb note taker. And really, AI is a glorified mind because the LLM models that are used to create AI, to program AI, are based on the human mind, not the human body and not the human spirit. So that's why your AI assistant is maybe very similar to you if you're living in your mind. Mine is very different because I'm constantly teaching it that the mind is only one dimension of our human existence. So it's really important. This is a really important message because I'm so concerned about the number of burnout cases. I've had quite a lot of dealings here in Japan. I live in Japan, and people think Japan is a spiritual place. Yes, it is very spiritual. But on the other hand, it's a very heady place. Especially the academics here in Japan are totally in their heads. So quite recently, I've had an amazing experience because I was invited to speak at a conference about women's leadership. And I wanted to talk about embodiment. Okay, so I created a slide deck. I prepared my 6-minute speech in Japanese. I practiced it. And then they informed me that I couldn't do it because it was too spiritual. It was amazing, just an amazing disappointment. But that just shows you that, especially academics here, who really are the kings and queens of Japan, they never ever say an untrue word. And even the main TV station, NHK, just is constantly full of interviews with academics all over the country. But my embodiment presentation was all about what I'm talking to you about in this session, the fact that the mind is just a tool. It can't be more than that. And if we don't have the other parts of our existence working in tandem with the mind, then we're going to get really out of balance. And I think I have met many Japanese people who are out of balance because they're too much in their heads. Yeah. Anyway, that's just a little bit of news. But today I'd like to talk to you a little bit more seriously about embodiment and, in fact, leadership, because I'm involved with several groups on LinkedIn and several other groups too that are constantly discussing global leadership, and especially for women. And so I've done some presentations on my Lodestone Q&A, which is on Friday, which you may be very interested to join. And I'd like to share some of that with you. So I'm going to go over to my presentation now. And if I can find it. Now, where is it? Just 1 second. Just 1 second. I would. Then I'll be able to see where it is. Just a moment. Here it is. Oh, okay. So should be able to see it now. No, just a moment. All right, let's see what the entire screen looks like. I can share that. There we are. Okay. Okay, let me just talk about this for a moment or two. Called the missing lead. Let me open the slideshow and then you'll be able to see the slides in full. Okay, this one's second. There we go. Okay, internet's a bit slow tonight. Okay, so yes, I gave this presentation a few weeks ago on Q&A. And back to the beginning, here, it's now become a Musi, who is transformational coach, especially for relationships, and Sheila Dietz-Spiff, who is a fitness coach. Come and join me every week. It's wonderful. And we've had fabulous discussions in the last 5 weeks. About the missing piece, body. And this was precipitated by my talking to quite a few top coaches on LinkedIn about embodiment. And I asked them, what is embodiment? And nobody could really tell me. They just really concepts, not techniques. They are not practicing because they don't really little known skill to work with embodiment. It needs meditation, it needs strong knowledge of the body, how the body works, and of the spirit. And I happen to fill all those requirements because I'm a Buddhist priest. I'm a body worker. I've been working with people's physical problems and their mental problems for many years, using Alexander technique, Feldenkrais, and many other techniques. So I'm an expert in a way, and I'm a spiritual creature. So I'm also an ex-academic, so I know all the sides of the coin, and I'm unpackaging all of this slowly in my Lodestone events. Okay. Before we go on, I should really explain to you what Lodestone is. Yeah, if you're joining me for the first time, Lodestone is a product I created this year in May. It was released on June the 1st, and it's really an audio transmission. It consists of 30 days of audio transmission. There's an ebook too, and these audio files talk one through the embodiment process, which rewires the brain. Yeah, takes about 30 days. Any psychiatrist or psychologist will tell you to break a habit or to change, make any real change, you need 30 days. So this is a 30-day program. It's repeatable, and you can keep going with it. But what it does is it softens up the hardwiring of the brain, which is all about conditioning. We are conditioned from the age of 5 to fit into society. And in that conditioning is the suppression of our true nature. Until the age of 5, we are probably connected to our true nature. But then gradually it gets covered over by years and years of conditioning. So how do you break through that? How do you make a change there? Well, it takes 30 days at least. And my Lodestone product is very successful. People are really making some changes. So let's just talk about leadership, okay? We've been talking about leadership now for many weeks. But basically, yeah, the missing piece from leadership is the body. Yeah, people are just using their heads. And of course, the digital backup is created by AI, maybe, or tech people who are always in their head. So the whole thing, a team and its leader, can just be all about the head. So the missing piece of leadership is most certainly the body. It's somatic. Soma is simply a formal word for body. And in fact, leadership matures in the body, not just in the mind. Therefore, we were discussing that as you age, in fact, your leadership potential and wisdom increases. You mature. Your wisdom in general increases. And that's because you stop using your head so much. Many of the conditions that older people find themselves in, Alzheimer's and senility and so on, are because the brain is wearing out as people get older, because it's overused, greatly overused by most people in the developed world. So yeah, as we get older, in fact, we get to be better leaders, and therefore in any organization, it's wonderful to have a diversity of age, young beginners, middle-aged people who are seasoned managers and so on, and then older people who really have lived through many years of being in the role of a leader. because they have wisdom that younger people just don't have. So, yeah, this is a really great thing to look forward to as you get older, that you do become wiser. And leaders really need the guidance of older leaders. So myself and Dr. Muiba are older, and we are both leaders, and we can bring a dimension to leadership that younger leaders just can't. They don't have the experience. So yes, with age, then cognitive speed decreases, okay? But what we call interoception, which is all about presence and somatic calmness and control, increases as the body gets older. So this is a wonderful thing about age. It isn't at all negative. We need diversity of generations inside organizations. We need the older people, we need the younger people, and the older leaders can inspire or mentor the younger leaders. This is really now very important as people are living longer. I live in Japan. Most of my friends are over 80 here. Some are 90 and over. And we've got somebody here, a woman, who's 116 years old. She's very healthy and she's still working. Yeah, it's amazing. So, yeah, here in Japan, age it takes on a very different light altogether. So your nervous system, yes, really, your nervous system is your operating system. Just like your computer has if you've got a Mac, you've got an OS. And if you've got a Windows computer, you have an operating system. So the nervous system, which is inside your body, it's not outside, it's inside, and it isn't the mind. It's connected to the mind, as you can see from this rather wonderful image here. The nervous system really runs right from the brain right down to the base of your spine. And this is our main propulsion in life, the nervous system. People think you can learn resilience like you can learn French or mathematics. No, you cannot learn to be resilient. You either are resilient or you are not resilient. Resilience resides in the body, here, in the core of your body, running from your brain, your rather small, very useful brain, right down to the base of your spine. This is your consciousness. And it's what makes us superior to animals and what connects us to the earth below and the heavens above. And this consciousness is what makes human beings so special. Most people are not even aware of this because all of their energy is focused on the brain, this little organ between the ears. And this is not your fault. This is has become a kind of habit of developed nations that we focus on the mind, the quickest mind, the sharpest mind, the best memory, all of the skills that the mind has. We focus on. There are many other skills that we have, which most people have no idea about. So, yeah, from the neck downwards, most people are unaware, really. And especially in business, you've got to be in touch with your whole body. One of the important things about your body is the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve. It connects in the cranium here in the brain, and down into the chest, into the heart and lungs, and into the gut, and down into each of the arms. And it's associated with listening. But in the intellectual world, we only listen with a small area of our body, the ears. But that isn't really listening. That's intellectual style listening. We can, in fact, listen or detect vibrations, as I prefer to call it, with our whole body, with every skin pore, with every hair follicle. And you can see this in animals. Watch a beautiful cat hunting a mouse, and you've got a creature that is 100% aware and alert. And we have those skills. We are animals. We have those skills inside our DNA. Yeah. So vagal tone, by using the whole body to detect vibrations, will improve, and your whole being will change once you've got a better vagal tone, because vagal tone regulates the voice, the breath, and your general presence. And we're hearing so much now about people not being present, people focusing on the wrong things when they present or when they lead. They're too focused on what they're going to say and what people are going to think. But in fact, just being present, fully present, physically, spiritually, and from the point of view of your mind, will have 100 times more impact than what you say or how you look or any of those superficial things. So your vagus nerve is incredibly important, and I work a lot with that in my practices and in Lodestone. You'll learn how to listen with your whole body to detect vibration with your whole body. You'll learn how that will affect your voice and how it will make you so present in your life. And your body is what leads your trust. Yeah, trust is not something in the mind. It's in the body, it's in the emotions. Whether or not you trust someone is something you feel in your heart, and you know whether or not you can trust that person. Okay, it's not in the mind. So these things are really important to get a hold of. Yes, as I mentioned before, so presence, not your status, not your appearance, not your number of years of service even, is what will regulate a room of people. I created this image here from a book I wrote about this called The Training, which will be released very soon. This person has great presence and is entirely embodied. And so people are stunned to silence and listen to every tiny sound that this fully embodied person emits. So certainly attunement is way above authority. Authority, again, is a house of cards, really. We see it all the time. The top manager is suddenly fired. You know, the CEO resigns. Authority is nothing compared with attunement. If you're performing as a leader or as a in your status in your work, then of course you want to be rapid, you want to have good speed, you want to show people how they can do things, and above all, you want to have control. So performance is about these things: speed, show, and control. Whereas presence, which means embodiment, is about your breath, the weight of your body, the groundedness through your feet, the length of your spine. This is all about resonance. So performance is very, very shallow compared with someone who is truly embodied and resonates, has an aura, has charisma. This doesn't come from the mind at all. It comes from the body and the nervous system. So yes, please remember that presence is so important. Yes, older people really matter. You may be getting older and you may think you're becoming redundant. Not so. Elders, embodied elders, make great leaders. And we can see 73% of female business owners prioritize building a legacy to leave for others over profits. Yeah, so to mature people, a legacy is much more about the skills and the approach and the spirit they can leave behind, not the money and the property, the assets. So, of course, women are usually much more spiritual than men. And as we get older, yes, we want to leave a legacy to our successors. So older leaders are mentors, wonderful mentors. They're stable usually because they've had a long experience of life, and they definitely resonate instead of dominating. So if you're an older person watching this, yes, you are perfect to be leaders. And we can show the way, we older people. And older leaders, yes, can form a wonderful bridge across generations. But the body is the bridge. Yeah, it transmits coherence across age and role and really across everything. The body is our best asset, especially if we are leaders. So if you are interested to learn more, I can help you. I've got lots and lots of things I can provide for you. I can ask you to do a body awakening scan. It takes about 3 minutes. This will tell you just how aware of your body you are. And involved in that, included in that, is a free call with me. So I can talk about the results. And by the way, the results are all data. They're all translated into data. So we can talk tangibly about them. I also run something called the Millionaire Commitment Path, which is to take people into their own successful businesses online. I, 2 years ago, retired from full-time education as a university teacher and created my businesses. So I've done it. I'm a mentor, and I have built my pathway, the Millionaire Commitment Path, on my experience and on my knowledge and research as well. I also am a Zinzino partner. Zinzino is a Norwegian natural health company. It provides amazing home blood tests and courses of balance oils, which will balance out your omega fatty acids, which most people have an imbalance in because of their lifestyle and stress. And so I work with my Lodestone product and Zinzino to create a synergy of healing, really. So yes, your body knows how to grow and your body knows how to network. If you are radiant, if your inner compasses, here are the 4 inner compasses that I work with on Lodestone, if these 4 compasses are really recalibrated to go to quiver towards true north, then you're going to be in balance. You're never going to have to worry about burnout or any of the negative syndromes we hear so much about. So, yes, if you'd like to know more, then please book a call with me. I've also written a book recently, which is called Your Body is Your Business Plan. And I'm also running a business plan masterclass on the 17th, starting from the 17th. I'm sorry, this is out of date. We've changed it from the 17th of September. Check out my profile and you can find out more. Yes, my book will fill you in with great detail all the things I've mentioned. In fact, I'll just give you a brief glimpse of it now. Yeah, just coming up. Okay, yes, Your Body is Your Business Plan. It's available on Amazon in either paperback or as an ebook. And really, the reason I wrote this was I was so concerned about burnout, and so many people around me were burning out. So basically, this is the flipbook version, so I can show you quickly. Yeah, I look at what the mind is and what it isn't. Talk about burnout. And this happens only when your mind is running your life. The mind as a servant, not a master. And then a little more about burnout, the hidden cost of living in your head, and the integration of business, especially internet business, into your life. Because you can work from home, you can work whenever you want, you can create a personal economy. This is the future. Yeah. And so in this little book, which is a gateway book for two much larger books, which will be released later in the year or early next year, maybe, which are based on the same idea, but which go very deeply into the whole concept. So yes, there are lots of images to inspire you. And I talk about Buddhism, and I talk too about the consequences of over-identifying with the mind. People think they are their minds. It's just not true. Your ID is your body, your fingerprints, your structure. This is your ID. Yeah. And so it goes on. I give you reflections, and I give you small meditations that will lead you into the body. Talk about Lodestone and the four compasses in quite a lot of detail. And I've divided this up into small chunks so that you can read small chunks at a time, because people are forgetting how to read longer works. I talk about burnout in great detail, the history of burnout, and again, I mention how my Lodestone product can really avoid burnout. And so this book is really easy to read. I eventually invite you to come and try Lodestone, and I talk about how to live in a really embodied, beautiful way, a way which will lead you to true happiness and self-dependence. So there are lots of things to look at there. Let me stop sharing and come back to you. Didn't go live in the end. There was one little step I forgot, and that was running out of time. Yeah, I was late clicking button to go live. So next time I'm going to get my assistant to do that, and then we'll be able to go live. So thank you. Instead of the live, you will find this recording on LinkedIn. Hope you get something out of it. Look forward to your comments. And I look forward to you joining me again next week, and hopefully joining me on Friday for Lodestone Q&A. We'll put the details of that down in the comment box below this window when we post the video. So I'm going to stop the recording now. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, please check out Embodiment and contact me, and I will tell you the next steps. Thank you so much.